There we go.
Ingus.
What?
Ingus.
Ingus.
Gingus.
You're putting a G where a P should be.
Oh.
Ingus.
Oh, what was coming through for you lot was Ingus.
I would have said
Ingots.
Bingus.
Dongus.
Venus.
Venus Boozus.
Anyway, great everyone, welcome back to the Dark Tides of Runeterra.
Yeah,
Let's
get all.
First one of
Yeah,
2020.
all.
First one of 2023. Although not the
Honestly,
first.
I keep forgetting it's a new year. Not that it matters.
I'm gonna forget for like 2 months.
I've been having to make sure I don't forget, so when I'm doing my job search stuff, they don't turn around tomorrow to me and be like, "You've not done a job search since last year," and I'd be like, "What do you mean? I've been job search." It turns out I've been playing 2022 instead of 2023. Just throws it right to the beginning of last year.
Oof.
Everyone is having a dead day.
What?
I'm just tired. We didn't sleep last night, and then like the people were here doing the frickin'
Oh yeah, the carpet game.
Uh,
God damn it. So
I'm sorry, I'm very tired today. So, and when I'm tired, monkey brain just kicks in.
Monkey.
Oh,
welcome back to Dark Tides of Sleepy Terror.
Probably not the
Speaking
good day to be making like important decisions about your character's future.
Oh no.
Nah,
Well, Wafflebyrg does not understand what you're talking about. Wafflebyrg thinks it's always a good day to make important decisions about one character future. What's the worst that could happen? Just look at Wafflebyrg. Wafflebyrg is a beaming beacon of good ideas.
you're all doomed.
Yeah.
honestly, in this party, I mean, he's kind of up there. Most of our ideas tend to involve run at the thing and hope it goes well. At least he brings a bomb to that job.
Hey, it used to be Wafflebyrg created a black hole the entire undead army, so Wafflebyrg's pretty good.
Just pretty good.
I mean, Wafflebyrg is.
Well, I'm not going to give Wafflebyrg too much credit because, Wafflebyrg. Anywho, it could be worse. Wafflebyrg could be yours.
This is true.
So
Oh,
last time,
yeah,
we all
catch
had
me
a
up.
bit of conflict on the ship after Wafflebyrg found out that he was working for Belveth and Viego.
I've got to be completely honest, right? I don't remember the other NPC well enough to really understand the shtick. Right? To be honest, there was 2 people at that meeting trying to give me a job, and one of them stood out a little bit more than the other to me, so forgive me, I barely fucking remember this.
It's fine.
I don't remember who Belle Delphine is, but
She was the
Bel-
giant
Belvath
void
is the
creature.
giant. Yeah, she's the giant purple monster. Purple.
yeah, I barely remember the other
He
one.
also sells bathwater.
Which Wafflebyrg
He
doesn't
call-
know who she is. He was just told that she was void, which is why.
No, I know.
Wafflebyrg picked her.
It's because he said Belle Delphine.
Oh, Beldelf.
Don't know who that is, and I'm happy
I'm
with
surprised.
that.
Wait, you don't know who Belle Delphine is?
I'm pretty sure Lee's having you on, but sure.
If I did at some point, I've probably forgotten.
Give
Alrighty.
the girl bathwater, Lee.
Oh,
Yeah.
Give the girl bathwater.
Girl, bathwater girl. Yeah. See, that's the thing. I'm bad with names. Descriptors work better.
That's why I said she also sells her bathwater.
Oh, I didn't even hear that.
Give the girl
But yes.
bathwater.
After a bit of arguing on the ship and tensions being a bit high, let's just put it that way,
Wafflebyrg doesn't know what you're talking about.
you all made it finally to Shurima. I'm going to say that the NPCs have stayed on the ship and are pretty much keeping it in the air because They don't trust keeping things on the sand in Shurima.
No.
I'm pretty sure Wafflebyrg has drilled that into their heads enough.
Yeah, but remember Nico was here already before.
Nico was. You made it into the city underneath the sun disk. Delris tried to blend in with the locals, only to kind of have a wary eye thrown their way, both due to their looks and also because of their foreign nature, given that everyone here speaks Shuriman and she doesn't. That and the kids kind of see Wafflebyrg as an ascended, while the adults know better, it seems.
As Alekxander sort of missed the session, I'm just going to go with Alekxander almost absolutely definitely was certainly definitely looking for action, let's be real.
Yeah, that's fair.
That's his name, right? I am
Yeah.
starting to learn his
Yes.
name, right?
Yes.
You
Hot
look,
Arabian man. I look for Hot Arabian man.
on top of that, you had a guard come down, a sand sculptor, who essentially told you to follow him. As he led you up the Empress Path, which is the main pathway up to the Empress Disk, the Sun Disk itself, you notice the buildings getting a lot bigger, fancier, and a bit more upkept than they were down in the Urquhart slums. And as talking was happening, Delris did indeed get a message in her head, tempting her to try and find the original Sun Disk. And a name was given. Zeraf.
Yeah. And Wafflebyrg could hear it too.
Yes, Wafflebyrg could.
Sure, he was over the moon about more voices in his head. No, really,
Yeah.
I'm sure he was.
In fact, I do believe we left it off just as the name was revealed, so we didn't get a reaction yet.
Wafflebyrg just takes a second. Looks at Alekxander.
Alekxander, could you punch Delris, please? Or Alari, whichever one they are
What?
currently.
Why?
I don't know. You've got a creepy voice that's a little too familiar, permeating from your mind into mine, I'm assuming. Fuck it, Alekxander, punch me.
Alekxander usually waits at least 15 seconds to see if Wafflebyrg wants to go through with whatever comes out of his mouth.
The voice will speak in your head, Delris.
Mm-hmm.
So you're traveling with that one.
Did Wafflebyrg hear that?
You...
Or is that
It's
just
been
Delris?
15 seconds, so...
This is just to Delris, because if you recall right, the only reason you heard the voice as well is you made
Sure,
contact
just gonna
with
slap him,
Delris.
slap Wafflebyrg around the side of the head and go, is that right?
You know Wafflebyrg?
I know the man he once was. Seems that failed ascension of his probably also deteriorated several brain cells. Either that or he's just putting on a very good act.
Wafflebyrg's just picking himself up the ground after Alekxander has just bitch slapped the devil out of him.
So, that name that you just called him,
Wafflebyrg?
that's what he's going by nowadays.
I guess. She is speaking out loud, by the way.
I'll tell you
So
what,
it's not...
if you do try to seek out the Sun Disk, do be sure to bring your friends along.
I don't like that you want me to bring my friends along.
Well,
Oh,
why
they're
not?
talking to themselves again. Alekxander
Adventure?
is so fed up of everyone speaking to themselves.
Delris
something
showed
bad happens every time.
class.
It's just always something bad, you know. Nobody talks to themselves because they're having a picnic.
The guard is just keeping a wary eye on you as you're talking about this, by the way.
Apologize, my Wi-Fi decided to kill itself there.
That's okay. Sorry. Look. I am not. Look, you're offering it to me, but I don't know. Creepy voice in my head doesn't exactly bode well.
Hmm,
At least you're beginning to learn.
understandable, given what I've seen in here.
Mm. That makes it even less, appealing. You understand that, right?
One cannot simply speak into a mind without glimpsing.
Yeah, it's
Even
still
if
like.
you look away, it is all around.
Those are some big horses.
It's kind of like. I don't know. Gonna learn not to trust people.
Look, I don't order you to arrive here. That is not my position. I am no false emperor. I'm merely someone wishing to extend a hand of help. If you should change your mind, seek out Nerimazeth,
Neri Mazaf?
the location of the original Sundisk.
Oh. Mm. Okay, now please get out of my head.
As you will. The voice does fade. And the slight crackling of static that you felt in your mind fades along with it.
Ugh. It's gone.
Does your friend
It's
always
like we
go for
can't go
this?
anywhere without somebody getting talked to in the head. Mm,
Well, I mean, it's a constant for me, so.
Alright.
That's not concerning in the
Alexander's had
slightest.
some time to rest and recuperate. What are we doing?
Sorry, what was Lay trying to say that we all were speaking over her on?
Sorry.
Basically, the guy was just there going, does she always have this happen? There's Potoo mentioned that he always hears voice as well. It's like, so this is just a situation that your party just always has.
Oh yeah, no, those two always have voices in their heads. Well, one has voice, the other has voices. So
Mariah
At
just,
least we're not blowing up.
Mariah
that's
just,
why we have the big guy though.
Mariah just pipes up with, I have voices in my hair.
She
It's
does
true.
indeed have voices in her hair. It's a terrible medical condition that she refuses to deal with. I shouldn't say that to her. She'd actually do something about it.
It's the Yordle equivalent of lice.
Ooh. That
Look.
doesn't sound fun.
So we'll talk about this with everyone later.
Okay.
Very well, it's best not to keep him busy.
Mm.
Well, keep him waiting.
Oh,
He is a
yeah,
busy
I
man.
kind of forgot what the fuck we were doing, and thank you for reminding me.
Alexander has spent a night of action. He doesn't remember anything at all.
There.
It's
So-
not. We haven't even been here for a day.
Really?
How?
Wow, time must have gone by fast, huh?
Yeah, Alexander time. It sure is something unique.
Feels like last year when he
Like-
was here.
Uh, 2
Look.
to get that joke off at least once, and I saved it for a good time.
You say that now, and then something's gonna happen. You're gonna be like, "Shit, I wish I had that joke."
Most likely, that's how it always goes.
Yep.
Mhm.
So, he will continue to lead you down the road. As it does indeed curve upwards. From here, you can get a really good view of the lower districts, the slums, as it were, as well as what seems to be a few other areas, such as like a training courtyard type of thing, the wide, bustling markets, as well as areas up ahead as well, still to come. Once I actually load up the page to tell me again. Because I had to go to a different page on that tab to find out what the name of Nerium Bazef was. It's almost as if I forget. What you will see, as you are getting a bit closer, is that the water that seems to be forming this main river running through the city seems to be almost pouring slightly out of the sun disk itself, flowing down like a giant majestic waterfall into what seems to be an oasis.
You know, Alexander, this isn't the first time Alexander has been here, admittedly. But, Alexander, well, it was a little bit more chaotic the first time we got here. What is with the giant fucking disc? It's very impressive, but Alexander doesn't get its purpose.
It's got like, well, it's got a religious purpose, but it also brings life to the desert. It's the more simplistic way. It's the entire reason anybody can live in this godforsaken place.
Fascinating.
It is said,
Also, it's a super weapon.
it is said that the waters
Now
from
that
the
does explain it.
it is said that the waters from the Oasis of the Dawn have magical properties, able to heal dying people. Any edge dipped into the pool will stay sharper and strike truer than any other sword.
Oh no, child.
Wait until Thursday, Jack. And on top of that, it is what resurrected this city from its broken state once our emperor was resurrected.
Huh.
Apparently, he saved a distant relative of his in these pools, and that's made him worthy of ascension.
Ascension. This is a term that Alexander has heard before, but Alexander doesn't really understand it very.
Unlike your gods, which are born gods, our gods are made gods. They were people at one point that did something so great that they were able to do what is called the ritual of ascension. It's lame name. I know it's way too on the fucking nose. Anyways, essentially they become gods.
Well, if they're found pure and true, if something were to happen in those rituals, well, less said
I
about
mean,
that, he will say as he just gives a bit of a side glance to Wafflebyrg.
Oh, I don't want to take any shit from someone that fucking plays around with sand. What? But the rock slide is not fucking hiring?
Our emperor
Oh.
is currently brokering a deal with them.
Let's just keep going.
And he will continue walking. Essentially put, we have a term for those that failed ascension. They are called Bakai.
Fair enough.
Given what happened last time you were here, given the stories I've been told, you fought one of these
Alexander didn't fight very much last time. That's just when he met action.
Did we fight a Makai when we were here last?
Well,
Not
some
when we're here. When we
some
went to get that spear.
some consider Renekton a Bakai in his own right.
Oh, I thought he was
That's,
a god.
that's a cruel thing to say, even to him.
To
Considering
be
you're forgetting
completely
a lot.
honest, you've really lost Alexander.
You know how Yordle is a bear,
Yes.
right? And how he doesn't like his siblings.
Yeah, not very fond of them, that is true.
Yeah, Renekton, who's a crocodile, doesn't like his siblings. Kind of, actually, now that I think about it, there's. If someone was writing a story of this, I'd call it lazy. Two angry gods that don't like their siblings because they've gone crazy. Almost repetitive. We should have a riot about that.
Oh,
Okay, I'm done.
all right, then. Please hurts Alexander's head.
Of course,
I
there are
mean,
more
it's
Bakai out there than just that one. And of course, that one. There is, of course, perhaps the greatest failure. The Emperor's previous advisor, Zareth.
I was like,
To be honest, you're really starting to lose me. Alexander is really not that up to date with what country are we in again?
Shurima.
Shuriman politics.
in your defense, it's like 200 years old. Things
Really?
don't. Yeah,
Wait,
things don't
hold
really
on.
Things
We're
don't
going
change
to
here.
have to move back a little bit. This place is only 300 years old and you've got a way of creating
No,
gods?
no. This place is older than that. But all our politicians are like 300, 400 years old. And it's all the same shit constantly. Nothing changes here. Nothing. Except, giant fuck you monsters coming out of an abyssal portal.
Ah, yes.
So it's
Something
stagnant.
Alexander can understand.
We've been told that you were here for a purpose. I'm assuming that is it.
Yeah, not, not by my will.
Understandable, given what I believe happened. And that is all I will say on that, because I do
I
sense
don't
it
like
is a
you.
sensitive topic.
I don't like you. Let's just keep going.
Mm. And he will lead you up towards what seems to be a platform overlooking the oasis. And from there, you can see that unlike Shurima itself, which is just the vast desert, this does seem to be teeming with life. Just trees, water flowing everywhere. Few various species down there. A lot of which you wouldn't expect from Shurima, almost if they've been imported in. And on top of there, just talking to a few other people dressed in white robes, stands a figure that definitely stands out among the rest. This figure in particular.
I'll just...
Ah, shiny bird man.
Bird. It
Not
looks like
saying
he
that out
bit a
loud.
snoot to judge you very harshly.
I just love the imagery of like us all just walking up and Alexander looking at this person, just the wheels in his head going as he's just like, bird.
I'm not going to say.
I'm just imagining that scene from Kung Pao, just bird, bird,
bird.
bird,
Orb.
tiger. And the guard that was leading you will just knock the hilt of the staff he's been using onto the ground to get his attention before kneeling. My Emperor, the designates you've sent me to collect are here. The Emperor will dismiss the others he was talking with, who will do a slight bow before leaving. He will turn to face you all, the light gleaming off his golden armor as he does. So, you are the ones my advisor Nazus has told me of. The ones traveling to try and put an end to this corruption of my sands.
Well, sure.
Wow, it sounds so positive today.
I mean,
We're-
generally speaking, it is a corruption of everywhere, not just your sands.
If you're asking if our objectives align, if that is your objective, then yes.
My objective is to restore Shurima to its greatness that it once was. And yes,
Hang
that
on a
does
minute.
include...
Just hang on. Just a hot minute. Alekxander needs to make. Alekxander will keep his trap shut.
And yes, that does include stamping out this corruption that has been seeded in my lands since a Kathia's uprising long ago.
That's a bit of fascism.
What was that?
Nothing.
I think Wafflebyrg was eating something.
Wafflebyrg was eating a donut while talking. It was not a good idea, he choked.
I can assure you I don't know what this donut is. Perhaps some
Yeah,
foreign
get out of
food item.
Shurima at some point. Come to fight and build Ah!
You've never had a donut before.
Wow, that was a particularly Wafflebyrg reaction. Good lord.
I am how you
That wasn't a what? That was a me reaction. I went to say fucking and I said fine.
The pork is escaping.
It's so hard not to do it. It's such a fun accent.
It's waffle pork.
Porkelberg.
Porkelberg!
He'll just look at you. No, I have been too busy trying to restore my lands. I have not had a chance to do outside visits to those in power. To try and establish trade routes and diplomatic bonds. Although I have been in some communication with one of them from far away. I believe they call themselves Prince Jarvan?
I don't think I know
Demacian
that
ruler.
name.
Oh,
Like someone tried to
Genasi.
make a name on the spot. I'm not gonna lie. Jarvan. Its name's Jarvan.
Apparently it's the fourth one.
Yeah.
That being said, tensions there is still a bit high, given some of our lands towards the edges are Noxian lands as well. But that's an issue for another time. At least they are content in keeping to their parts. Whereas this void corruption has been spreading more and more with the passing of time. And he will just slowly approach.
Yeah, stranger
So I
danger.
do need to ask, what aid is it that you can provide in this?
Well, we're here to deal with something a bit, like, specific. We've been told about someone who's trying to, like, open a portal or do a ritual to bring some of the void here. and we were sent to deal with that person.
The prophet.
Maybe.
It would sound like his kind of work. We have been
To be
seeing
honest,
some...
we're all a little bit frazzled after not time traveling. Don't ask.
Yeah.
Oh, so you know the boy then?
The boy.
No, fellow from... I forget the name.
No,
Begins
they
with
don't.
Z.
We don't know. It's what they're talking about is we got fucked over by Twilight.
Not the book.
A little
Well,
flame
also the book.
girl.
Wafflebyrg did not get co-writer credits in that. It's a bibliography.
No. It wasn't a female that fits to me. It was a young male from a place beginning with Z, and I'm trying to recall the name.
Echo?
Yes, I believe that is what he said his name was. Essentially, he saw the sun disk rise from where he's been, came to visit, set himself up as some kind of delegate. Apparently, we've had more conversations than I can remember. Told me about these things called porals.
You don't have porals here?
We didn't until recently.
We literally have. Oh God. Oh no.
What?
It's getting concerned again. This makes Alexander concerned.
Please don't tell me the people of this fucking city did it.
Did what?
Did what?
What?
Jinx, you owe me a soda.
We don't have a Poro exalted. I know the people of this city would fucking do something like that, wouldn't they?
Wafflebyrg, you're actually beginning to scare me slightly. What are you on about?
Nothing. Never mind. Nothing. Give a bunch of humans a cute fluffy thing, and of course I'll turn into a fucking god, wouldn't they?
There's just the moment of silence as he just looks at you.
I thought we were talking about.
Are
I don't
you looking at
remember anymore.
Wafflebyrg? Look at Alexander. He's easier on the eyes.
Oh, thank you.
You're welcome.
Do you mean the Sun Chaser?
Sun
The
chaser.
sun.
You just said some words and Alexander doesn't understand them.
Little fluffy one found a treasure in the desert. And it's a long story. Let us skip the pleasantries.
We're still in the pleasantries.
So you're looking to seek out the prophet in the desert.
Yes, but not the prophet, not the soothsayer. Gotta make that very clear here. He's a prophet, not a soothsayer. Wait a second. Is it that fucking guy that we met in that snowy place?
That's me. I mean,
Oh,
met a
that
lot
is.
of people.
Yeah.
Oh
Fair
God.
point.
Oh god.
I just remembered something about that. Wafflebyrg,
Okay. What?
just make me a quick wisdom check if you would, just see if you can remember something.
Okay.
You remember back from that little trip, something ended up in your bag of holding.
Wafflebyrg's gonna implode at this
It's
point.
not a noise I want to hear out of fucking Santa.
Consequences of my actions will come back to bite us in the ass.
Because if I recall right, you put a voidling into your bag of holding.
That was the only thing Wafflebyrg could think to do with it. He also didn't realize that it was a voidling until much later. But also, at the same time, the issue is now which bag of holding. Multiple.
I'm assuming they all connect.
Yeah, that'd be fair. What about it? It was dead, though. If I remember correctly, it was dead.
Oh, it
Not
was
saying
dead.
that obviously it couldn't be reanimated because that's I don't
Oh,
know
no,
if
no,
that's how-
it's dead. It's dead. It was more a case of because they brought up, wait, didn't we see a prophet in the snowy area?
Okay, good. I thought the consequences of my actions were going to bite me in the ass here.
But yes.
Wafflebyrg is going to.
So you asked us what we had in plans of taking care of him, right? Is that what you said? I forgot what you said.
Well, first of all, how do you plan on finding him? He has no strict location. Seems to
Look for
travel around.
giant. Look for giant fuck you monsters, portals, and religious assholes. Shit, this is an entire place filled with that. Yep, I don't know what to fucking do.
You beat me to it. I suppose I could try and help you find a guide to help lead you there. Unless you know someone already that could be a guide.
I mean, where is it that we're going again?
As I said, it's no set location, more they just travel around, from what I've heard.
No, I thought we had a place.
We have
I
a
mean,
vague location that we were given.
And where would that be?
Delris would know, but in-game Dion's brain does not know.
Delris would know, but in-game Dion is now there as part of the group.
DM assistance would be very lovely.
You were told it is a one of those traveling tent villages kind of thing.
Oh yes, okay.
It's a tent village.
Easily packed up and moved around. I suppose a traveling caravan could be of use, but I do know of someone else that may be of more use for you.
oh well, I was just gonna have Wafflebyrg like sniff him out. No, not Wafflebyrg, Alekxander sniff him out.
Alexander does not have that power.
If I tell Alekxander that he can punch something, I'm fairly certain he'll find a way of finding it.
Sir.
I mean, you went and fought an entire island.
He's not wrong. I did go to fight an entire island.
He did. It was spectacular.
Oh yes.
Island is what?
You were spectacular.
Thank you, Wafflebyrg.
You're welcome. Anywho, yes, who's the guy? Who's a wooza?
She is one of the main members of the Stoneweaver tribes. She goes by the name Talia.
Talia. Nope, don't know her.
Her last known location is Saikalik, towards the southwest.
Oh, so we're just going to all the holy cities today, aren't we?
Wafflebyrg,
Yes.
roll me a history.
Yes.
I wouldn't imagine cycling in the sand would be a very good option.
Psychalic, you do recall for something.
It's a horrible, shitty place.
Aside from that, you recall it being one of the main areas towards Icathia,
Oh.
but you also recall it for being the birthplace of a certain, once ascended, now darkened. It was the birthplace of Zolani.
Yeah. Question though, since
Yes.
it's close to Icathia, is it fair Wafflebyrg could assume that's Xerxai territory?
Make me a wisdom check with advantage.
Because I know the closer we get to Icathia, the more Xerxai territory we're gonna be in. Wisdom,
Yeah.
you said? I'll just roll a second time there for advantage. It was a 9.
Luckily, it's not a high DC for you. Yeah, you get the feeling it probably is going to be some Xerxai.
Wonderful. Great. Really.
It's not the sort of things I want to hear out of Wafflebyrg. Again.
If you can find the city of Zorlan, you will probably be able to find her there still.
Well, it is what we have to go off. You know that I have to do this. Oh.
Finding that will find you your guide, as no one knows the sands better than the Stoneweavers.
We appreciate the information. Alekxander, more so than the rest of the party, even though they're being rather quiet, probably looks like he's no idea what to say. He's not used to talking to people who have such a high rank.
I'm
It was
assuming
easy enough talking to the Ice Queen because she's his enemy. It's easy for him to sort of leave his manners at the door, so to speak. He just doesn't know how to respond to this guy
yeah,
at all.
the only person that you would have had past experience with a somewhat similar rank, would have been the War Mother Sejuani, aka the leader of the Winter's Claw tribe. But even then,
Alexander's just. You could listen to him for longer than 2 seconds. You could determine he feels lost right now.
I'm assuming that you've got safe passage of travel.
We've got
So-
our airship.
That will help keep you off the sands. Although, when trying to find this caravan, feet on the sands is probably going to be your best bet.
I thought it'd be easier to spot a caravan from the air.
You'd be surprised by the crafty nature of them. While the colors may fly on the sides, from the top, sand colored to blend in. An ancient technique used to deter airborne predators.
I mean, we could always have our familiars fly along the sand.
That
Let
could
us
work.
know if they see them.
DM is really trying to get us to hit the floor, and we're just like, yeah, but we don't have to. But I want you to. Yeah, but we don't have to.
At least
This is,
I know this pain. Don't you worry, I know this pain.
course, there are other dangers out there aside from just this caravan, as you probably are aware of. The Xerxai and their queen still lurk. There are bandits, of
Xerxai.
course. What?
Hi. Luke's here.
Well, this is Xerxai. I'm not familiar with all this terminology.
What? Sorry.
Alexander, Alexander, roll me a wisdom check.
Okay, I'll roll a wisdom check.
Just
No.
no. Xerxai are void creatures in and of themselves, but born on this plane of existence. Bipedal, purple-like creatures.
So Voidling Light, got it.
More like Voidling Plus.
Oh. That doesn't put
They
much
stand
confidence. But
as tall
alright.
as if not taller than a human.
Aye, so I can't miss them. Understood.
Well, some get
Those of you that were
taller.
Those of you that were at the Shadow Isles will remember that you did indeed fight a couple of these.
Sound
Fire
familiar.
enemies.
Some get to the size of mountains.
In fact, Wafflebyrg, you'll probably have a lot more vivid memories of this than the others, given it was your soul trapped in the sandpit with the Xerxai.
Oh, them. I thought they were giant bugs.
And they
I
are
mean, yeah, they kind of
most
are.
most take the form of bugs. Others sand striders. The Titan.
And that explains why Alexander didn't immediately understand what you meant on humanoid.
And its mother.
Add on to that, there has been sightings of the bandits, the cult around.
The cult. How creative
No,
a name.
Are we
not
talking about the crocodile people, or
He'll just look to you, Potoo. Around my former general, yes.
who?
Good Lord Wafflebyrg, I'm beginning to understand why you hate this place so much. Is there anything out there that isn't going to try and kill us? I mean, I normally wouldn't complain, but bloody hell.
The sand striders. They don't really care about you. They just want to move on.
The Bracken, if they're
Enough.
awake, generally are fine as long as you're not interfering with them. Who knows? You may be lucky enough to spot the armadillo. He'll look to you as you do that, Wafflebyrg. From that bit of chuckling, I assume that you are familiar with the child's tales.
So at this point, Wafflebyrg's confirmation is true, and that Azir does not know who he is, to which Wafflebyrg is A-okay with that. To which Wafflebyrg will not respond. Wafflebyrg's more so trying very desperately to keep it together.
I mean, I've been rolling for him all this time to see if he does catch on.
Yeah.
And he will look
Monster.
to you after I mention that. You have a bit of a Shuriman air to you there.
I get that a lot. Yeah.
Parents from here, or
I'm from Zon. You know. Shreeman by history.
then surely it is quite splendid to be back here. Although I don't sense it in your eyes.
You know.
It's not exactly like we're on very cheerful business here.
That is understandable.
Didn't part on good terms last time I was here. Who knows? Maybe this time will be better.
Oh, that does remind me as well. Since you said you will be trying to keep an eye out from the skies. If you do spot any part of the desert that seems to be more glass than sand, keep far, far away.
That sounds very pretty, but I know what. I have a general idea what that means, and I'm not too keen on that prospect.
Some have said some kind of fire spirit has been unleashed and is wandering the lands.
Oh boy.
Oh, goody.
Not Wafflebyrg's fault.
Every time you say it. It's not the most convincing thing to say, Waffle.
Anyway, I shan't keep you too long. Making haste will get the situation solved sooner, don't you think?
That's
Yes, I suppose it would.
Alright. Thank you very much. Alekxander clearly stumbles on trying to determine what phrase to use to end this off. He would normally be
people
so
on my-
casual about it, but he's like, eh.
The people of my lands call me Emperor, but since you are not of my lands, Azir will do.
Very much is here.
If you need some extra help before you set off, the libraries are just down there to the right. I believe Nasus should be there still.
Ooh.
And he will just give a slight bow before turning. And as he's walking off, he will stop just near you, Wafflebyrg. And in Shuriman, he will just say, I'm glad you've finally come home, and I am sorry for what has happened. I hope that one day you will be able to forgive.
The silence is Wafflebyrg pulling a nuke.
Wafflebyrg doesn't respond, he's just leaving with the party. Wafflebyrg's still trying to keep everything together. Now that he knows he's going into a place with lots of Zosai.
Oh dear.
So as he
Well.
does leave, the guard will just watch, but he makes no move to try and usher you out.
To be said, that was one of the most gracious audiences I've ever had of someone of that sort of ranking.
Well, at least he didn't treat us like we were dirt under his shoe.
Very much the opposite. He's very interested in being as helpful as he could. Alekxander could get used to meeting people like that more often. When we meet wants us to do something.
If there were more people like that, we probably wouldn't have Piltover and Zaun issues.
I mean,
I don't know what Piltover is. I barely know what Zone is. I'm pretty sure we've just been there.
You've
what,
just been there.
I mean, what is the old saying? You catch more flies with honey than vinegar, yeah?
Yeah,
Where the
That's a
fuck
weird
did you
saying.
come from?
looking dead for the voice.
That is a weird saying, but admittedly, you don't really get flies in the Freljord. It's too cold for small buzzing insects. I wouldn't know.
I guess the saying over there then would be you'll get more polos with snacks than you do. Don't know the equivalent.
We don't really have an equivalent over there. We don't really have honey. We don't have bees. Don't think you understand Freljord very well, friend. Don't worry about it.
You make more friends with mead than you do with violence? Question mark?
I don't know, from what I've seen of the
Yeah,
Freljord, they do like
I
the
don't
violence
think
too.
you're understanding the Freljord very well either. He says with a smile.
Also, as you do look over Potoo since you were looking, it's action.
Hey!
As
Alekxander,
soon as you
look!
look over, he just gives like the finger to the lips, like shh.
Oh, alright, sorry.
I'm pretty sure I'm
Need
not
to go to
supposed.
bathroom, guys. BRB.
I'm pretty sure I'm not supposed to be here, but I heard you were visiting and came to visit the visitors.
Don't worry, I don't understand this place very well yet, so who should beware and what Alexander's not fully caught up on yet. Yes. I think I let you know we have some voidling issues to deal with. Obviously, certain members of the party are not happy about this. I mean, who would be?
I would
The problem must be dealt with after all.
try and help with that, but the most I know of it is they've been keeping to the northern sands.
Northern Sands.
But at
That's
least
actually a bit more than we know.
at least that eliminates half the land. Also, if you
Yes.
were wondering why Fancy Bird Pants there was trying to keep a good audience with you all, partly I believe it's because of your other friend there, but it's also because apparently his relative is here, and he wants to
That's
get
it.
her a bit more on his side.
I'm
Oh.
confused, sorry. One of us is its relatives?
No,
Yeah,
no,
I
no, no,
felt
no.
like I was treated by like a decent person.
Alexander's lost. I guess.
He's a great granddaughter type of situation.
Huh.
All right.
Cute.
Yeah, cute. We're gonna ignore the fact that he tried to marry her.
What?
What?
Slightly less cute and gross.
Technically retconned in history, but we're gonna ignore that fact.
I was happy if I learned that, huh?
I don't recall that. It definitely has been retconned in some way by history.
I'm back.
Welcome back.
Hello. What? Welcome to the Alabama chat. How would you like to marry your daughter today, ma'am?
This is just when we end up going back and talking to him that he just feels the air of judgment.
We're all just there like judge, judge, judge.
I mean, even I wasn't aware of that, and I'm usually up on my lore
What?
about the whole thing between Azir and friggin' Sivir on that.
Oh yeah. No, it was very temporarily. So it wasn't ever actually a thing. There was some wording in the story that implied it, and because of the fact that Azir is based off of Egyptian pharaohs, a lot of people took it that way, and so they kind of had to do a rewrite of this isn't actually what that is, and so they had to really make some changes to make it very clear that Azir did not want to do that with Sever.
Okay, so basically, someone did a
Make it
fucky
very
wucky with
clear.
wording, and people were like, "Ha."
Yeah,
Make it very clear he did not want to bone the sister.
yeah, it's not his sister; it's his great granddaughter.
Well, still similar.
Yeah.
He will look to you with like, touching on that not until you realize she's a tomb robber.
Right then. Talking to adventurers, do you understand what we do?
Oh yeah, I'm aware. Pretty much the same as I did to get this sweet grappling hook. Trust me, I don't judge her for it. I judge more the upper class for looking down on it. I mean, they're not really using the treasures buried underneath there. Someone else may as well. Keeps
It's
it all,
to each their own.
keeps it all in
The issue-
circulation.
The issue comes is from when you try to steal from the dead and the dead aren't fully dead.
Which surprisingly
Yeah.
happens a lot around here.
Hmm.
Not going to ask. Not going to ask. Wow, okay. Shirima really takes the air out of you pretty quickly.
Yeah, it's called a lack of humidity. It's hot as hell here.
That is also true.
Yeah.
Mhm.
That is fair. Anyway, I will keep you informed if I do find anything else.
Before we head out,
Yes.
he mentioned someone, Zareth.
Zeref.
Yeah.
His former advisor, he said.
Oh, Lightbulb.
We're just
Light bulb.
pulling a bunch of names out of a hat today to just constantly piss off Wafflebyrg.
Such a put. Guy tried to take all the power in an ascension ritual. Of course, it failed because he wasn't that worthy, and he became a being of pure energy. Had to build a
Eh?
sarcophagus to trap him in, they did. Hence the term light bulb.
Does he ever, like... Does he talk to people ever, do you know?
Yes.
I've not heard of it happening myself, but then again, I'm not really the kind of person that people would talk to in their heads. We've got sending stones for that.
That's true.
Doesn't
You
Alexander
know,
know we have sending stones for that?
it's just occurred to me.
Hmm?
Delris,
Yeah.
you know by Shuriman standards you're technically a Bakai.
What? How?
Bakai doesn't just mean veil descended, it means freak of nature. You're different from everybody else. It's a short word for someone that's become, as they put it, monster, but you are two souls in one body. I know several Bakais that are probably like that.
Oh, yes, I know.
Uh-huh.
Some of my colleagues were telling me about this. The guy kind of keeping track of time somewhere down in one of the tombs had two heads itself. Apparently with two people and then just fused into one.
And sometimes we're locked away.
Hmm.
Sometimes we just have to find ways of keeping company, right?
Well,
Mm.
some locked away. Apparently things have been getting a bit better about that in recent years. Nasus has been seeking their aid and employment, essentially.
Good for him. Good to see that, yeah, anywho.
Yeah. I just wanted to ask about it because I don't know, I was curious.
He's just going to look at
To be
you
honest,
just for
knowing
size.
you, you'd find one and go, oh, it's so cute, and that's it. It's in the pet menagerie now.
No, they're people.
And yet I wouldn't put it past you.
We've met one.
I still wouldn't put it past you.
Well, we've met technically too, I guess.
Wouldn't put it past you.
But the first one we met was on a little island before we met you.
An island, you sidekick.
He was kind of stuck there, and the Shadow Isles people were trying to steal his staff from him.
Yeah, I had to make a deal with him.
Crazed lion-looking thing.
Is it a lion?
Lion scarab-esque looking bastard.
Oh, yeah.
I think
Also,
heard
I
that
was your
rumors.
first Bakai.
What?
I was your first Bakai. He was your second.
I know. That's what I said when we
Yeah.
met too.
Yeah, you didn't know that I was a Bakai then. You never asked.
No.
Wait, you're a
Hey,
Bakai?
really?
I mean, I thought you, like, when we first met, I thought you were just kind of, like Potoo.
I'm on the lowest spectrum of the absolutely horrific abominations that we can become. Some of us get cool things, though. I'm not one of those.
I mean, you got metal arm and metal leg and a little tiny metal creature
We're
that
not going
becomes
to
a metal gun.
Did not think that's where that was going. It's a metal arm and a metal leg and a little metal
I mean, I'm organic where it counts. Anyhow.
Ah.
Yeah.
Don't laugh. You're making me laugh.
But,
Stop it.
yeah. Let's get back to the ship.
Oh, I thought we were walking and talking.
Oh, are we? I thought we were heading back to the ship to...
We're walking and talking.
I always
Oh.
kind of assume that we're walking and talking unless someone says that we're not.
Oh, okay, that was... I just have no concept, apparently.
It's okay. Alexander's just carrying you.
And Delris just
What?
got picked.
It's like, when did that happen?
It's been retconned in now. I guess you're on my shoulder.
Doris,
Yeah.
can you make me, just quickly, a constitution check?
Constitution check.
Oh, yes.
Something you just want to
Okay.
hear. Who is it?
Ow.
Yeah.
Ow. Stab myself with the fingies.
Whoa.
Ah,
Nice.
I don't know how I managed to stab myself with a rolled up after 8 wrapper, but that's what just happened.
you're very skilled at stabbing things then.
As they're talking, the voices just kind of fade slightly.
Mhm.
And you feel a slight tug mentally. Off to the northeast. Is this something's calling for you there?
It's
Not
kind of
like a mental link, but more like a physical link.
physical.
Yes, hence why it was a con check rather than a wisdom check.
It kind of looks to Action and goes, Action?
Yes, yes.
What's to the northeast of here?
Let's see. You got those bracken tunnels that the Pilties keep mining in. You've got some Zerxai nests. And that fancy new glass place that people are trying to mine out.
The glass place? The fire
Yes.
spirit. Oh no.
Fire spirits.
Ah.
I'd heard rumors about that. I
Did
thought
you
it was
leave
just a
something
tale.
that way?
I don't like this place.
Yeah, we're all learning that pretty quickly today, aren't we? Fucking hell.
Wafflebyrg has been
Can't hear
trying
you.
to tell you all for ages that
Well-
Wafflebyrg doesn't like this place. And nobody's listened to Wafflebyrg for ages. What do you think Wafflebyrg thinks out when you threw him onto the sands the one time?
Mariah just pipes up.
Yeah.
Yeah, I like this place.
Oh,
Shut
fuck off.
up!
Like,
She's
You
currently,
don't count!
she's currently holding one of those little buckets and a spade that you take to a beach to make a sandcastle.
I could stuff you in a cannon and shoot you into the sun and you would still say you like that place.
I could get a tan.
it's like
To be
there's
honest,
like
I travel enough and there's a lot of fucked up things everywhere.
since I got here, there's been people in my head trying to whisper me to a different sun disk. And now I'm feeling like a physical pull over that way.
You're telling us.
Almost sounds like...
Well, if it's in your head, what do you want to do about it? What would
I
be
mean-
your preferred method of dealing with this?
I mean, I'm kind of made from fire magic, so that might be why if there's a fire spirit over there.
Checks out.
Makes sense.
I mean, he said to stay away, but what if it's
Not
something to
doing a
do with
very
the
good
world
fucking
ruin?
job.
What if it's something to do with the world ruin?
Do you want to
Yo.
go?
Right now, we need to work with whatever information we have, I suppose. So, if you want to take a slight detour, if it might help, then go for it.
It could. It could also be something bad, though, so be prepared for trouble.
We should make it double then.
I mean, you do need to protect the world from devastation.
Unite all people within our nation.
We don't have a nation.
Lead the world to devastation.
No,
Yeah.
yeah. That's what everyone started doing in the chat.
I'm proud of you all.
I don't know what you're all on about.
I'm broken on
I-
the inside.
I wouldn't mind going to check it out. I can feel it. It's not like forcing me to go, but I can feel the pull.
To go, but it really bloody wants me to. That's
Yeah.
what you're basically saying.
It's not like mental, so it's not something in my head. It's just something physical.
If you find a third sister, I swear to fuck.
I hope not.
A mystery sister.
I'm pretty sure we were just twins.
A mister, if you will.
If we were triplets, that'd be weird.
Triplets. I know.
What
Quadruplets,
color would
however.
she be?
Oh yeah, sorry, I forgot you have to be color coded.
Fuchsia.
She's green flame. Someone's burning plastic.
She is plastic.
Green fire, Genasi.
Lithium battery, the Genasi. Tell me I'm wrong.
It was like, that'd be weird if we were triplets and then Mom actually sent one of us away. Actually, I wouldn't put that past her back then.
I have no idea how you fix that relationship.
It's in work in progress.
I have no idea how you even began fixing that relationship then.
Because I'm calmer about it than Alari.
The fact that
And-
they haven't murdered each other yet is kind of the point, too.
It's because Alari doesn't really go to her when we're on the ship. Like, she kind of deliberately avoids her.
Oh no.
Eh.
Oh no.
What?
It's not twins or anything like that. It's just in the years that have gone, there's now just a younger sister, and it's just friggin' part giant because of Gragas.
Oh no. Part giant baby sister.
Either way,
The 1/3 giant. Oh my god.
those that don't know League, be thankful because those who do know League, I've now put the thought of Delris and Alari's mother being ploughed by Gragas.
That's a sentence. I don't know what a Gragas is, but
He's the giant fat guy that they met in the Freljord that makes the beer.
He's the giant fat guy. Yeah, he gives everyone alcohol. He's basically booze Santa.
Yes.
okay.
But yes, you are in the lower districts now, towards the edge of the Sun Disk city.
So where are we going? To the giant fire thing, or are we going to Zelaya?
Would you mind if we went to the fire first? It could be something useful. If it's something good, at least.
Wafflebyrg would rather stay away from Acathia, so if we're going northward, yes, let's go.
Was it north? It was like northeast?
Yes.
Yeah.
Shit.
So we gotta head northeast from here. At least that's what it feels like.
No matter what, we head east. Alrighty, let's go. Everybody on the ship.
So, I'm assuming you go use your sense stores to contact the ship to land,
Yeah.
and it does land. You manage to board it. And as you are boarding it, you are heading to the northeast of
Yep.
Shurima. And as you are doing so, the sun is still quite high in the sky. I'd say it's probably like midday-ish. So it's probably not going to take you all day to get there. Probably will still be some light. I'm sorry, having hiccups, sorry, excuse me.
You're fine.
Will be.
But as this is happening, and you are traveling, can I have some perception checks, please?
Say boys of the percepting variety.
Some perceptibles.
Actually, yes, you can have one. I have seen the forest.
Jack, you don't see the forest, but well, you do see the oasis as you pass over it.
Yeah.
But you don't see the forest in the oasis because of the oasis.
Yes, you look around and like, yeah, you're looking into the forest.
So let me just check. Let's see. Okay, some decent rolls there.
Probably
And indeed, you all do pass.
not mess with the flash.
Do not mess with the flash.
camera. I'm playing with my camera.
You see a bit glinting from up ahead in the sky, as if something is reflecting the sun's rays.
Hmm? What's that?
What's this? Oh.
As it
Oh.
gets closer, you see a figure flying towards your location.
Good lord, have we not met enough fucking named NPCs today?
With shining armor, aloft on 4 large white wings.
Hmm?
Oh, this one
That
is
is
clearly
shiny.
better than Vow. I'm just gonna restart Wafflebyrg. Give me
Evasive
a minute.
maneuver? Question mark.
Question. Can Wafflebyrg see this?
Yeah, everyone saw it with their rolls.
You said armor and wings.
Yes.
And golden?
The
Does
armor, as soon as
Wafflebyrg-
it's getting closer, is like there are gold parts on it, but it also seems quite white as well, like silverish white.
Are they an ascended?
Make me a wisdom check.
Or are they an aspect? Because wings, angelic wings sound Targonian, not Shuriman.
Make
It
me
sounds
a
like a
wisdom
certain
check, if you would, please.
someone.
Yeah.
This is not an ascended. While
Is this?
while there have been more bird-like ascended, sure, including ones that probably could fly, they rarely use this much armor.
Is this a certain angel of justice?
Well, 1 of 3.
Wafflebyrg. You
Yep.
would have a vague idea of who, and then realize that it would make no sense. As your mind does know indeed of an aspect, but the aspect that you would assume this to be ascended further beyond the mortal form to a more
Mira.
flame-like body, and left for the realm essentially of the aspects beyond the portal. So for them to be flying in this angle makes no sense. And yet you can't help but get a feeling that the aspect of justice is indeed bearing down on you.
There.
Wait, it's coming after us.
It seems to be aiming in your direction, but it doesn't seem to be with malicious intent, as Potoo would be able to discern
Yeah.
via the flight pattern. But you do
Ooh,
indeed
she's
see this
not
figure
coming
as
to
she
kick
gets
our
closer.
ass.
I thought it was Kale.
I don't want to eat kale. I like lettuce.
I don't have any way to just message her.
What message Kale?
Yeah.
You just message Kale like, where's
Hello?
your... Just message Kale. Where's your sister? Where's your sister?
I heard you've got a goth sister.
Goth titty sister. Big titty goth sister. Oh no, I'm going to hell.
Kale is just gonna fourth wall reach out and grab you.
So, you do indeed see this one coming. Potoo, with your 25 on perception, while it does feel like there could be a bit of collision, upon further inspection you realise her trajectory is a bit off. She's going to pass by rather than collide. Also going off the trajectory, seems like she's aiming not for Shurima but for Targon.
That would make sense.
It's going to casually let everybody know that we're not about to get assaulted by winged lady.
Are you sure?
Alexander, not understanding that there was any threat to begin with, is like, okay. Oh no, anyway.
Wafflebyrg just assumes a giant winged armored person is immediately a fucking threat to his ship until somebody tells him it's not.
That one's going to Targon. She hasn't passed us yet.
And as she
Okay.
does pass by,
Just kind of stare,
There is a-
wave.
brief moment where it does feel
Stare
like
and wait,
time
boys,
slows
stare
down.
and wait.
It feels like
The
time
side
does
eye
indeed
of
slow
doom.
down
Oh, who do you know?
for Potoo,
Me.
as it looks like she just side glances at
What?
you, as if
Yeah.
making a quick judgment or assessment call on you.
You know who she is.
No.
Innocent bird face.
And as she passes by, and time seems to start back up, Legion will just message you in your head, Potoo. She thought I was darken. Huh.
What?
That's a thing.
Huh. Should that be a compliment or an insult?
It should be a compliment that she realized we aren't one.
Just checking this game.
Cool.
You have brought me a dog.
What?
Check.
I can't hear you properly with the headphones on.
I think he's asking if Jack's in the game.
Jack is in the game, yeah. I can't hear him properly with the headphones on.
Don't worry, you guys translate for me. Dion's just being awfully rude.
I can hear it. I heard that.
Oh no. But yes, she does indeed seem to pass. And Legion just be like, well, if she thought I was Darkin, that would have been a slaughter.
Yeah, I kind of had that feeling the whole time, slowing down bullshit.
She must be going to try and deal with the situation in Targon that we had heard of. The whole Darkin situation.
I hope we don't end up having to go over there and deal with any of that.
We've got enough world-ending problems.
You're reading my mind?
No, it's just obvious.
Potoo's facial expressions have gotten really easy to read.
It's just, no, it's quite obvious. Potoo realizes Potoo's facial expression change. Just goes to blank default Potoo look there.
I have crippling depression.
What?
I have crippling depression.
Yeah.
And as the ship does indeed carry on, just looking downwards at the sand itself,
It's twice stuff like that.
you will eventually see glistening from down below,
Just don't. Otherwise, it's gonna.
which
Make it
increases in size and area until you realize the sand has given way to an area of glass.
Oh, we're here. Does this feel like the place?
We were literally told. Okay.
What were that? What were that, Santa?
We were literally. Yeah, Wafflebyrg was just like, we were literally told. Okay.
Does this feel like the place?
Make me a cons check. Oh, of course, the DC now being lower than it was before, even though you're not 20 before.
Yep.
Yeah, you're feeling a pull downwards, stronger this time,
Yeah, it's down there.
like an internal heat.
Heat. It's just getting warmer.
And interestingly enough, as you do look down, it does seem like, rather than it just being, yes, fuck this one area in particular and someone just nuked it with fire to create a giant area of glass, it's like a path is slowly being made
Is it making a
from
path?
from the shore of Shurima, slowly downwards.
We need to head down there.
Hmm. Do you want me to airlift you, or should we take the entire ship down? Looking at Wafflebyrg and the others.
This is confidence building. Fuck's sake!
Well, I was just waiting for someone to answer. I'm the one driving.
Yes.
I might have a better idea.
Hmm.
We can use the paradropper
There's a what?
or the catapult.
What the heck is a para?
Oh
We've
no,
got a
I don't.
paradropper.
I don't have that spell.
You just
What
use,
spell?
you just use the catapult that you launched Wafflebyrg with
Um,
back into zone to launch Delris
Well,
down.
there's
You just hear the
there's
glass
that, but
shattering.
everyone is conveniently forgetting the fact that the bottom of the ship can open up to release the parachuting rats.
Those para. I thought those were only rat-sized paras.
No, it's the entire thing. I almost killed Alexander and Moonman by doing it because they wouldn't stop breaking my shit.
Thought it was Alekxander and the Ice Guy.
I don't fucking know at this point. You think Wafflebyrg can remember anything?
Fair
but
point.
no, I was saying I don't have a spell. Alari knows it. I don't. But I was gonna try and featherfall us down there, but like I said, Alari's the one who knows it.
Up if you
So
want to feather. No.
I said so. It's like, so are we doing this then?
Yes, we are.
Oh.
So what are we doing? I still don't know the plan. Wafflebyrg doesn't. Are we parking the ship down or not?
I wouldn't take it down. Because if there is a fire spirit, that could really damage the ship.
How the fuck are we getting down?
You have a flying broom, Wafflebyrg. How are you not getting down?
Okay, I should reconstruct it. How the fuck is everybody that's not a bird getting down? You happy, Potato?
Better.
I can kind of just fall. I'm good at landing. Depends how high up we are, though.
Potato, you want to carry her out, get Alexander?
Sounds easy enough. I assume you're going to carry Mariah as well?
I was just gonna leave Mariah on the ship in case anything happens.
Good
God,
point.
did I really just fucking say that?
Mariah just calls out, I can pilot the ship.
Oh,
I'm sure that Smee'll keep Mariah from doing anything that would fuck this over.
Honestly,
I mean,
we say that, but her dad makes mechs for a living. I get the feeling that she probably would pilot him.
her dad doesn't make mechs.
Yeah, he made mechs, didn't he?
He helped.
No, that
She
was
mechs.
that was
Doesn't
the other
he?
guy.
No, he helped to make the mechs.
Look,
Oh, he helped them.
yeah, that's what I'm saying. It wouldn't be surprising if Mariah actually does know how to drive the ship.
Plus,
Without
there's
blowing him up
always
with all those buttons.
Nico, Vex, Mom.
True.
Thank you for relaying the amount of people that could steal my boat.
Vex just
Mom
slowly
can
looks
drive
up
the ship.
and he's like, 1, why would I want to steal the ship? 2, why would I want to pilot the ship?
Because having a ship would make you no longer a normie. And 2, I don't know.
Well, I mean, it'd make them
Okay.
no longer a land-bound normie.
Potato,
Mm-hmm. He's just going to grab Delris and just like flip off the back of the boat, float down.
Right decision. Alrighty, Alexander, get on.
Just Sharky flapping after her with like little wings, little flamey wings.
So as you all descend downwards, the glass getting closer and brighter as the sun does reflect and bounce off it, creating prismatic rainbows through certain areas as it shines and bounces through the angles that once were large dunes and sand spikes.
Not gonna lie, this is kind of pretty.
It is.
Pretty and
I
short,
wonder
but
if
at
it's-
least you've got to control the scent.
This is what fire does to sand, though.
I wonder if it's any slippery.
I mean, it's glass, so maybe.
Well, it's not wet glass. Not to be confused with glass.
No, some parts of it are molten glass. But as you do make it down, touchdown, it is a bit slippery at first, but you do manage to get your foot in.
Just kind of looking around.
And as you're looking around, for the briefest of moments, Delris,
Yep.
your vision gives way.
Uh.
And instead of facing the glass dunes that you are stood on,
Mhm.
you're facing that cave again in the Freljord.
A cave.
The cave that
Is
you
it like-
fought singed
Into a
outside
psychedelic
of.
trip.
Oh, yeah. Where the world ruin is.
And as your vision does come back, there is a figure stood on the edge of the glass, just spewing out extremely hot bursts of flame onto the sands as he creates more glass to stride upon.
I'll kind of motion for Potoo and the others to stay back.
Hmm.
He
And
has
just kind
seen,
of.
from what you can
Hmm?
tell, he has taken notice of the ship, but deems it not a threat.
Yeah. So I'll motion for the others to stay back, because I can handle the heat.
Let's see if he does. He stops. And he just kind of stares off in the distance.
She'll approach a little bit. Like, hello?
Are you with him?
With who?
Are you with the mage?
I don't know a mage. My name's Delris. You're connected to the ruin too, aren't you? I saw the cave just then.
The Freljord, the cold.
Mm.
I remember that. So you are not with Rise.
I've never met anyone called Rise.
Then why do I sense a rune upon you?
A rune?
He will slowly turn around at this point, and you will see stood before you. Heavy typing.
Yep.
A world rune.
Oh, well. the one from the Felyord. When my parents were researching it, some of the energy, well, it spilled out. Killed my dad. Mom got a bit roughed up. It affected me and my sister. Now we're kind of fiery.
You do not know fire, child.
Well, I know a bit. Maybe not like you. But I've lived with it.
You will give it
Have you-
to me.
What?
You will give me the rune.
I don't think I can.
He's just slowly going to approach. I sent it on you, and you will give it.
Not a physical thing, friend.
Then how?
Literally. It's literally in my blood.
So like myself, then.
I guess.
Born of the flames of the rune from a mortal form.
Yeah.
An energy that can be drained.
Yeah, no.
He's just going to... Oh, shit. What'd I do? What'd I do? What'd I do? Okay. Apparently just don't press up on Roll20 if you haven't clicked in the voice chat thing. It will take you weird places. Make me a con save. No, it's got a con save. Con check.
Not come through.
Not yet.
There it is. Ugh.
As he gets closer, you do feel the tug there.
Mm.
And a bit beyond as well, in the direction of Targon. And he stops as if he also senses it. Just as I thought, he is traveling to Targon. To try
Targon?
and deal with another world-ending situation. And if he is trying to do that, he has runes on him. You are no longer needed for this.
Can I ask why you're turning the desert into glass?
I do not like the sand.
I
creatures
guess
that
that's
live
fair.
Oh,
beneath.
it's irritable and it gets everywhere.
The creature.
It was right there!
It was right there, and I had to make
You
the
didn't
biggest.
just show it to me, you laid out the red fucking carpet, man.
I had to quite literally hold myself back from doing the quote myself. So I'm glad someone else did it for me. The creatures that live beneath would be a hindrance if I didn't stop them from popping out themselves.
Well,
can
that's
go-
fair.
They can tunnel through sand, but not through glass. That being said, he will look over his shoulder to you. Why should I let you all go, now that you know?
Because we literally could care less.
Because I have no
Yeah.
idea who the fuck you are and honestly don't give a fuck about world-ending things when it comes to the mountain, and I don't want to be here, but I'm already here because everybody decided to drag me along without telling me that we were doing the thing for the thing that I absolutely hate while going to fight things that I absolutely hate because for whatever fucking reason, we're still here. So hi, how are you? What are you up to? Who are you? I don't fucking care anymore.
Can I just state,
Wafflebyrg's broken.
I love when Wafflebyrg goes on tirade angriness because the longer it goes on, the more pork comes out.
Yeah. It's hard not to do Pork's voice with this character.
Also because we're not really trying to get involved in your business. The only reason I came here is because I felt that weird pull.
The pull I have been feeling as well towards the runes and towards your ship as soon as it arrived.
Stop tugging off my ship!
I will burn your ship to the ground if you do not silence.
That's kinky.
I have no idea
Well,
what that is.
What Wafflebyrg? Even Alexander's going to give Wafflebyrg a straight look and go, that's a strange one even for you.
regardless, we're not looking to get involved in your business or get in your way.
You do
We're
not
here to deal with
underst-
void problems.
You do not understand then. The runes are like a magnet. They will try and pull towards. You have felt the pull, so have I. And if I resist, I feel the energies will be pulled from one of us.
That's not at all how magnets work, but okay.
I don't really feel that's how mine works. I was born like this. It wasn't like I took the power.
Have you ever been cut and bled?
Yeah.
Have you seen the symbols?
Yeah, there was a weird blood party in Noxus.
Then it
Oh,
works
that was
in
a
a
good time.
similar level, just you had a mild contact with it, whereas I had full physical contact.
That's rough, buddy.
Give it time, and you too will become like me.
Oh.
Nah.
The runes corrupt.
It's a good thing I'm not interested in them.
That's not really how corrupting works, you know.
Give it time.
Alright. Have we convinced you that we're not a threat? Can we go now? We do have very important other world-ending situations to deal with. Purple ones.
Yeah, we've got to deal with some void business.
Oh, but I'm having so much more fun with this, you know, for obvious fucking reasons.
Yes, for very obvious fucking reasons.
But Wafflebyrg did make a good point. What's your name?
He is going to freeze up at this.
I made a lot of points, and that's what you took away from that?
I get the feeling that the answer is I could tell you, but I'd have to kill you.
Wait, let me guess. Ted. No, shit, fuck. Jerry. No, shit, fuck. Alekxander. No, shit.
Not the Alexander. It's bad enough when
You
her
mean
girlfriend turns into Alexander.
My
Well, she turns
previous.
into everyone.
You mean my previous name, or the moniker that you have given me now?
Whichever one you like using.
Yeah, whichever one you prefer.
We're a respectful group.
I
Yeah.
prefer the nickname I used to have back in my homeland.
What's that?
Reaver Bastard.
Reaver Bastard.
Oh, I have to respect that one.
Alexander, make me a history check.
Eh?
Yes.
Eh? No.
With advantage. Because this is to do with the Freljord, oddly enough. Not.
Alright, is that enough to get you to fuck?
You've heard some names be passed down.
We're giving that a chronomancy if that doesn't pass.
It gives a little bit, but not that much. So Chronomat 15 does.
Okay.
Alright.
Cool.
You've heard names.
I want
passed-
Alexander to win this.
You've heard names be passed down through the Winter's Claw.
Alright.
Legendary warriors, mages, essentially, but people who knew the art of war well.
Yep.
Reaver Bastard was indeed one of them.
All of them.
He was an old member of the Winter's Claw, who was taken under the wing of a traveling mage at some point to learn magic more to use in service of the Winter's Claw.
Let's see how Alexander's feeling, shall we? Intelligence, it's just a plot. He's gonna go, wait a minute, I know you. You've committed crimes against Skyrim and No, wait. Reaver Bastard. That's an old Winter's Claw legend. Alexander knows a little bit about who this man is.
Your Winter's Claw?
My name back then was Keegan Road. The one banished from Ragan's Reach for the
Ragan's
burning down
Reach.
of the village.
Oh, you're the one who burned it down?
Indeed.
We've been there.
Then you know. You know of my skill before the rune. So imagine the power afterwards.
I mean, that's all well and good. I prefer to just kind of go with the flow of it.
He is slowly going to walk towards you, Delris.
She's kind of tensed up.
And you do feel the pull getting stronger and stronger. And you just getting hotter and hotter. Everyone
No, you
else
think it's
feels...
getting warmer? No, you're just suddenly feeling your breast grow.
Oh no.
I mean,
I've heard
Delris
this-
is flat-chested, so...
Congratulations, you are now become 2 peas on an ironing board. There's a Discworld reference for y'all.
Yeah.
Yep. Yep.
She's kind of standing her ground, but she's, like,
Those
tensed up and kind of ready.
those who are stood around watching this, you will notice something. Delris's hair, well, still fiery coloured, usually, it's still normally hair. You see it start to ignite and become almost flames themselves.
So it's going back.
Do we need to do something about this?
I would suggest that we wait and see what happens.
You feel the pull, do you not? Make me a con save.
I didn't trust that Delris will let us know if we need to go and kick a fireman's ass. Fireman.
The flames of your hair do indeed keep on, but you feel yourself starting to at least try and hold it back. You
I have no
Yeah.
idea what's going on.
You feel that sense of power, do you not?
I do.
I don't know,
Like
but I
I
think
said.
if we get any closer, there's going to be 3 of them in that body.
You
I tend to...
feel the power. You said you're here to eradicate, to do some kind of mission. And
We're
yet,
here to take care of a threat from the void.
I don't want to be here. Can you just let me leave?
well, I'm going to have to censor that.
Luke.
God damn it.
Yeah, she has to now censor that.
Yeah, she records these.
Yes.
Oh,
Yes, I've had. This is twice I've had to censor you for this word, by the way. It's funny.
He can't hear you because I've got my headphones
That's
on.
fine. But
Rip.
yes, he will look to you. Why not use the power the rune has given you to burn them away to ashes? To lay waste to the threat and make sure they can never return.
That's not how it works.
It's how it's worked for me so far.
Yeah, well, pure destruction isn't really my forte. Just at that point, Sharky just kind of jumps up and screeches at him on her shoulder. He's probably like pure flame at this point as well.
Yep.
Oh, right then. This
Like,
is the
he's gone
weirdest thing I've
from-
ever been a bystander of, to be honest.
He's gone
Yeah.
from looking like a normal like wharf rat with like a little flamey mohawk and little flamey wings to like full on fire rat. It's kind of like, I prefer to work with the world, not against it.
The world runes are, as you would guess, of the world. I am working with it to heal it by cauterizing the wounds.
Mass destruction, burning everything away so it can't come back. That's not rejuvenating the earth. That's just making it barren.
And yet things survive in the
Somehow.
barren lands.
It's impressive, honestly, to me, that how often she manages to somehow make these conversations with everyone she talks to so philosophical.
So it's like, I don't intend to. It just kind of happens.
It does happen a lot, doesn't it? You could be talking with the destroyer of worlds, and somehow you somehow manage to turn it into philosophy. It's
Look,
impressive.
He will,
I
Only a
mean, it could
skill.
be worse.
he'll just lean down, smile and chuckle as he looks you in the eyes, Delris. Give it time. You will eventually see things from my point of view.
Yeah, I don't think so. My sister won't either.
Then why do I already sense the destruction within her heart? You may be the caring one, but she will be the one who falls.
Alari's stronger than that.
Keep telling yourself that. One day you might believe it.
I do. She's got us through much worse.
She also has a cruel streak. I can taste it.
All right. I think that's enough. This is starting to get a little weird, and quite frankly, we do actually have stuff to do.
Yes, I'm not going to lie. It almost sounds like he's trying to flirt with you.
Gross.
Yes, it
Do
is
not.
getting somewhere a little weird. now,
Very.
really.
Like,
Yes,
gross.
someone that was warning you against corruption, it does appear that he is trying to push you towards that path.
I know.
I
Who
mean,
was wa-
admittedly, it would give him more of an option to get rid
Oh,
of corrupted.
Who was warning her to stay away?
Oh.
All I'm saying is she should just embrace it at this point.
Haven't you got somewhere to be?
Yeah, weren't you
this
going
point-
to like a mountain?
At this point, Delris is just going to look at him and go, "We're done." And she's going to, in her hands, manifest a kind of pretty much water.
You're manifesting water in your hands.
Yes, I can make 10 gallons of water.
That's a lot.
So,
That'd be funny.
she holds out her hand to manifest water.
Basically,
And as she does so,
because it's not in a container, it manifests as the water falls as rain in a 30-foot cube, extinguishing all exposed flames in the area.
so as she starts to summon up the rain, I am now going to be that most evil of bastards.
That most. What did we call him earlier? Dingy bastard. Sure, we'll call him that now. Sorry, I think the bastard part took over in my brain over the other part.
Reaver bastard.
Reaver bastard. That's it. He's a bandit from Solstheim.
I am going to need the party. God fucking damn it. Me
Hello.
trying to
So-
try and find stuff, and then it's like, oh yeah, no, we're taking this. So I'm like, no, I want that.
Lay,
Yes.
before you say that, as she's summoning water, I looked it up to make sure if I can actually do this. But apparently, liquids and gases are objects in D&D. We're casting a large object on the 10 gallons of water.
Oh my god! So does that mean it? Okay, so would it go
More
from
water just
30?
means thick water with 2 C's.
I was thinking, would it go from 30 foot to 60 foot, or would it just be heavier heavier
I'll-
rain?
Heavier
I'll
water.
leave that. I'll leave that up to the DM.
I'm going to need you all to make me. To be fair, it was going to be a deck save, but given the area has now increased a lot more,
It's the steam, yeah.
yeah,
This is
because
it.
essentially all that water is now becoming boiling steam. So I'm guessing con saves are needed for people.
Can't save. Alright, give me a minute.
Can I make the argument of advantage because I'm from Zon?
No, because this is not a chemical.
Remember, you're
Okay,
going to plus
fair.
3
That is
because you're
fair.
within my fucking radius. And I'm a paladin, and I do paladin things occasionally. And this is one of them. A rump.
So remembering to add 3 onto them all, that would be 9, that would be 15. Is that with the plus 3 already, Potoo, or?
Nope, that is without the +3.
So Potoo and Alekxander pass. We'll be
Mine's
taking
15.
just half. So you will be taking some damage from this, you all. As you,
Fun.
I'm assuming, either try and get Delris to stop the spell, or try and get back onto the ship, which is above the steam cloud.
Probably would be easier trying to get back onto the ship above the steam
Oh,
cloud.
yeah.
We'll be taking. For those that failed, 25 fire damage. For those that passed, half.
What is 25?
It would be 13.
Yes.
Ooh.
As you just hear the laughter of Brand. As he turns and carries on his path towards Targon. There is
Right, knock it off, Delris. Point me. Fucking hell.
just
Oh,
the
my
distant-
eyes!
Just a distant laughter and cackling of, there is not enough water in this world to extinguish my flame.
Big dick, whatever. Right.
The biggest!
Don't tempt me. You're on fire.
I haven't got to come back for that one.
I'm gonna go up to Delris and shake the living crap out of her in an attempt to make her make a concentration check.
You're
Please
trying to
stop!
make me switch?
No, I'm just trying to
I
get you
don't
to make a
think-
concentration check.
Great, it's not concentration.
Well, that's what Alekxander would assume, because he's not that kind of mage.
It just
Oh, that's not working. Sorry.
Actually, that's a good point. How much damage do you need to take before you have to make a check, 30 on?
I think we boosted it to 20.
I just want to say, Alari is the Emperor. She brought water to the desert.
So you do need-
25. 25 damage.
which is what you took exactly though.
I took 13 because I'm resistant to fire.
Oh yes, you are, yeah. Which is odd given that it is fire damage, but it's steam.
Yeah, it's still technically burning
Yeah.
damage.
Yeah, I suppose.
No
Oh,
steam
I'll
baths
leave it
are a
as-
thing, but ow.
If you want me to take 25 for that, I will, because
I was
technically
just
it was
checking to
water,
see if
not
it does
fire.
mention anything about it here. It oddly enough does not mention anything about it.
Be
Does not
honest,
mention
it's
anything
going to be
about-
fire damage. It has to be one of the 13
Yeah.
damage types. So what are you going to argue? It's fucking psychic?
No, I was seeing if it had like a little thing going. Fire resistance does not go off on this thing, but it does not
No,
mention anything
it
about
doesn't
that.
matter. It's just damage types.
So, yeah, so you were fine. Yeah. But I'm assuming you're quickly getting out of that area.
Yeah. It's like, sorry guys, I didn't think it'd be as hot as it was.
That is fine. He fucked
I
off, didn't he?
feel like I'm in a sauna.
I just wanted to cool him off a bit because he was getting a bit too close for comfort.
That is completely fair. Alekxander likes to play a little bit, but Dr.
In that
Norman's
case,
no
you should have
baby.
just had me throw the chunk of true ice I've been carrying around.
Yeah, I think that would have pissed him off.
I have true ice gauntlets.
I am not gonna lie, I have no fucking idea what would happen.
Bran can melt it. Read his story. It's why he's Lysandra doesn't like him.
Yep.
It's like, yeah, but well, that was not great.
He was more than a little unpleasant.
For those still
Didn't-
watching, Delris is still indeed swap flame like.
By the way, you're still spicy.
Yes.
Wafflebyrg-
Is that going to
Wafflebyrg
change
is
back
just-
or?
Holding a like a marshmallow over her head on a stick.
And Wafflebyrg's making us treats.
Just pokes the hair. Just like poking the hair to see if
Yeah.
it's still like his hair.
And as you poke it, you just hear like a of like flames. Kind of like a scissor.
Do I
Like a
look-
psst.
Is that
Do I look-
permanent?
I don't know. I hope not. I liked my hair.
If it's an even more important question, right? If you're doing
Oh,
if the
no.
hair does stop being on fire, is the rest of your hair going to be there, or are you going to be bald for a bit? Because Alekxander will find it very funny.
I don't know. But Lee,
Yes.
can you see through this fire?
If as much as you could see through actual flames, yes. So the air would be distorted around your head and such.
So, for the kind of first time, everyone would see how, like, horribly scarred Delris's head is. Because her
Wafflebyrg is
hair covered it up
unfazed.
before. Sorry?
Wafflebyrg is just unfazed.
Speaking, Delris,
Hmm?
if your hair doesn't come back once the fire fucks off, you seem to have done yourself a lot of damage up there.
Oh, that wasn't me. That was singed.
Well, it isn't pleasant, so. Oh, I'm
And-
sorry, I don't want to sound like that. I know what I mean.
Slowly but surely, as Bran gets further away, the flames do go back to a more hair-like substance.
Oh, thank God my hair's back. I'm not
Oh, my
bald.
campfire!
I'm not
We can
bald.
get you another one.
Wafflebyrg, as you look to
What?
the marshmallow that you just roasted over Delris's hair, you see small runes and sigils burnt onto it.
Magical s'mores!
Well, for one thing's for sure, I'm never gonna end up like him.
Keep that in your mind.
It's
It
weird
does
though.
sound like it's going to be quite a
Delris!
effect.
What?
Can Wafflebyrg borrow a chunk of hair for scientific reasons?
No.
You're
You
not-
have magical fire. Wafflebyrg is Kimtech fire with his flamethrower. Combine them together and you get probably something horribly devastating that will probably kill us all and blow us all up. But we won't know until we try.
Or powered.
What?
Powered.
What?
I think if there is one person you probably don't want to be asking if they can be experimented on. I mean, come on.
I'm not experimenting on them. I just want some of the thingamadoodle. Anyways, I probably forget that I even asked in 3 seconds. Anyways, also my s'mores fucked up. Here you go, potato.
Has Sharky gone back to his normal little self?
Yes.
Like,
Hey,
Oh, there
free
you are,
treats.
buddy. You're no longer solid flame. I mean,
Casually.
you can kind of do that anyway, but you know.
So as you do make your way to get back onto the ship, you do still feel a bit of pain within. Delris, like a bit of discomfort. And
Yeah.
yes, this is me advancing something here.
Yeah.
Essentially put, what this means is I'm going to give you a slight plus side downside kind of thing.
Mm-hmm.
If you wish to, when you go to do fire damage,
Yeah.
up to your proficiency regained on a long rest, you can choose to add a d6 fire damage to it. But you will also have to make me a con check to see if you can keep the runes stable within you.
Mm-hmm. Can you send me that in DM or something?
If I remember to do so, yes. Because we are ending it there for this week because it feels like a good place to end it, and also 2 hours.
Uh-huh.
Meanwhile, Potoo's eating the magical RuneScape s'more.
RuneScape s'more. This makes me
You know what? One last roll. Potoo, make me a con check. A con save, sorry.
Okay. What's my con? +3. 17.
Spicy. Very, very spicy. Like a like you're just scraping your tongue trying to get it off. Spicy.
I like spicy.
Do patoos have tongues?
I do believe birds have tongues in general.
Not all
Yep.
birds.
Patoos do.
Hmm.
They're part of the nightjar family, so.
Yeah. But yes, we are going to end it there for this week.
Shut up.
Nerd.
You're
Nerd.
Nerd.
Everyone here is a nerd.
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 Everyone's a nerd.
Oh, so now that we're gone,
I have
now that we're done.
nerdism.
Damn it, Luke.
I mean, we haven't stopped recording yet.
We're ending it on I have crippling nerdism.
So thank you all for tuning in this week. We will see you next week, and don't forget to check out Sirens Through the Fog over on Spotify and Echoes of the Past on YouTube via Chocobo Keeper.
Now that the
Important
holidays
question,
are over, I
Lee.
really
Are
need to
you
start
sure?
updating that again.
Definitely, that's all the right ones, right?
Yes, they are.
Also, we have a set date now for when we're recording this, when we're recording it, so I guess I can reveal what dates it will be uploaded as well, unless I forget and upload it the next day. Devil Darlings Season 2 will indeed be returning the 23rd of January. That's when the recording goes up. We're recording it on the 17th.
Ooh.
Excitement.
Yeah, sorry that you can't be there for it, Sans.
No, I'm gonna try to. I'm gonna try
Okay.
to.
So, thank you all, and we'll see you next time on the Dark Tides of Runeterra.
Bye.
Ah!